we should be online. Let's get a little ping going on. Say bot joined and my stuff has not updated. All right. Now we are up. To be fair, we are basically done with the program. That's why I don't know what could I do today to check out some more Rust. Because my domain where I could apply Rust is still web dev. Even though I don't quite want web dev, but I was thinking during my breakfast that I could try and take a look at the main. Okay. I could try and take a look at what would you call it? My lord, the recursion. So I could take a look at recursion because I don't know how that works with the poro checker. And if that works great, then should be this one, right? So we'll simply all right, we are returning something here. No, we're not. Okay, so I would love to try recursion. Let's get it going, and afterwards, there you go, the read dir. Okay, so for real path, if it's a real directory, we push, otherwise, we push the single one. What I want to do is take a look at this, see if I can make it recursive. So status should be fine. Okay. See if I can make it recursive and maybe fix the project, add a little bit of better readme, and move on to some leptos. So that's going to be a very soft stream. So that I can keep checking out a little bit of Rust. Now, first things first, we would want to push in my directory every file. And if it's a directory, I would want to cast on it again. And give it back. Which would mean that it's going to be a function get sub directories. And I would like it to be a directory backstring, what gets in. And a directory also a path. Actually, no, it's going to be the path string, what we get, and a directory. Backstring is what gets out. Okay. Yeah, we also want to pass the directory back because we can't return a constant, which would mean if real path isn't a directory, then we simply return directory dot push and we would push the single value, which would be path.clone. Oh yeah, that's not a string, that's a path. Okay. Should mean I first start it and then return directory. There you go. So this would be the first one. If it's a file, you can simply return. Now this is the case in which it's not a file. I could even return a result, right? Should be a string and box in error. Okay, yes, I know. Chill the fuck up. So it's going to be directory. My last bit. There you go. Calculate the immutable variable. Can we now? So is directory unmute? Yep. My bad. About now. Was this decides for a value of type U8 cannot be known at compile time. The size is not implemented for U8, which is required by path size. I can't pass the path over here. Well, that sucks. You just told me that you need to be. All right, because I overrode it. Great. Very well. So this is a functioning folder now. So we gotten the case in which is a path. How about the case in which it isn't? I would want directory to dot concat, which I'm guessing does what I think flattens as less into a single value. This is not what concat does. Concat should how to concat to vex in Rust. As well, Rust has the most bizarre way of naming stuff. It will always feel like that's not how you would call it. Like most programming languages, what you call it is what you usually get to see, but not in Rust. In Rust, every time is very awkward. Actually, let's take the always get way of. Let's get my. No, I won't call it hate, but I would call it. Yeah, I like it. I'm liking the softer light. Makes my face look a little bit clearer. Let's make the good habit of checking up the docs because I'm seeing the value the more I get to know. I'm very junior right now, and I used to not read any docs, but little by little, you will get stuff done faster. So we're taking a look. Let's take a look at concat. Connect flattens a slice into a single value. Oh, because it says flattens a slice of t into a single value. Yeah, it does what I think it does, but it's phrased in a awkward manner. So we can concat I would want to concat this and pass the same arguments. So it would be get subdirectory. And we get path and directory. Obviously, oh, see, it isn't what I wanted it to be. It's not concat. Perhaps it's join. How do I concat to vex in Rust? Extend. Extend a collection of contents of an iterator. Path to str to unwrap to str. Dude. Not move out of the directory because it's borrowed here, occurs here. Yeah, we want to clone it. Now, theoretically, this should work nice, right? Because it always extend, and the last thing to be returned, it would be this. Wouldn't it? In my directory, get subdirectories. Get subdirectories. Dude, my stuff is failing me so hard. By the way, I did not need to kill the directory. Actually, let's copy this and get back here. Put it. Give him the semicolon. Don't know why the signature won't get mad because I don't pass it as a mute. Wait, I don't have to specify it being immutable when I pass it? Sounds kind of weird. But whatever, I guess the argument would take care of it. Yeah, and last time Wacky had this one going, so we can run Wacky now. And it should... There you go, there are 4. And Wacky has 3 files. I think I've overpushed it somehow. Not good. So we have Wacky text, Wacky text. This one gets pushed twice. Interesting stuff, which this implies that somehow, so let's call it, probably the better way, this was outer text, outer text 2, text, and by the way, let's also add more. Inner text, inner text. There you go. Let's see what this print. So outer, inner, out text, inner text. Yeah, this is balls. What the fuck? So my text rs gets put on so many times for some reason. Well, this is interesting. When I first get it up, should be a directory because I pass him a directory. So we could compile the stuff beyond. Like one thing that I should never hit is this. Let's first check that we never hit this. Okay, so there are problems here. I mean, the correct way would be solving my dependencies and never ever letting him push stuff more than once. But the funny way is I could check if the file isn't in there and push, but I don't feel, doesn't feel correct. Plus, it probably should be a unit test. Yeah, I want to know why it is wacky twice. Let's take a look over here. Wait a second. No, it doesn't change the shit. Well, let's take a look. Okay, my bitrate is going great. Okay. Here we go. So we take a look at text RS, which is great. Then we take a look at wacky text RS. Wait, then when does this get double up? Oh, because I always use the same directory. I should... Chama! I should make a new directory. Oh! But hold up a second. What if I... Can I? Doesn't it get mad? Just say, I pass to you a new vec. One, two, three, and four. Very well. How about if I give it dot? That was not expected. Is it because I can't give it dot? Should we just be checking if it's a dot, it's the correct directory? Or I guess it's every directory in the current, because if I go cargo, but there you go. But I wish that the dot would work. Can't pass. Thread panicked at main 12. Yeah, we would want to make sure that if it's a dot, I want to pass the correct directory, right? Okay, so we get special treatment. In the special treatment category, we would want to get current dir rust. Can find my div. Okay, it's not a pub display. What's the modus of this shit? Well, I guess then it's immutable now. Dude, it's getting... Now that's something. Okay, this is weird. Why are we doing such shit? Like, what's the big deal here? Why my path becomes so huge? Not quite seeing what's the big idea here. Why can't I just pass the... Why can't I just get a path? The fuck is a path buff? Dude, Is it? Looks like it. Okay. Which means that path should equal to pvt as path dot to string. Right. Is unwrap or into string. Wait, why does it get crazy afterwards? So I'm giving him a correct value this time, I'm quite sure. Silly name, well, anyway, it's not bad, but I'm getting some. All right, so got some interesting files to be working with. Init boys. Yeah, that was the deal. Probably ignore everything that's in Git. Probably a good idea to ignore everything that's Git. Can also return an empty back, can't I? Probably should also ignore target. Hmm. There's a lot of kind of eyes that I wish to ignore. Let's say also target. Actually, I should basically check only paths that contain my stuff. Which means every time that I don't have one of these three things, I should actually just throw it out. And I had some control about this in some file, like in file handling. .go. Yeah, this check extension. Voila. Okay, I do have the ability to call this over here, don't I? File handling .check extension. Won't this ignore everything? Holy moly. Well, that's great. And I can remove my inner. I can remove this. That's fine. What the last thing that I could be adding as a condition is to ignore everything that's inside my git ignore. I could read the git ignore and say that could read it in a vec. Get every single line in a vec. Take a look and see everything that's in the git ignore, just git ignore. Well, there's a lot of good things that could be doing. I'm just gonna say a little care in the readme if anyone uses this, which they shouldn't, but if anyone uses the to do list. I dislike comments. And business. Learn Rust. 24. Don't use it at your own risk. Can I browser sync this? There you go. Okay, so I can browser seeing it now. Well, this didn't work how I expected to. I thought that browser sync. Yeah, well, this is useless. Right, so I didn't ask. Is a type project friend for AOC to use it at your own risk. I don't want to set a pipeline, so fuck it. You need cargo. Use it. Cargo. Build. Dot. We need to build with cargo. Then it can be run. The default is to print which which language? Bash. That's stupid. It's so stupid. Okay. Didn't start. Default to print which comments will be removed. If you wish to actually move them, pass the tag. Right. It wasn't this, right? Yeah. Markdown code. Snippet. Code. There's my boy. Good. If you so actually remove them, pass the tag. Great. That's right. You can also for directory or file. I strongly what would be the contrary of suggest? I strongly unsuggest. Dissuggest. Suggest not to pass dot as directory. See, the reason is very simple. I'm lazy. I don't account for all the different files that should not be touched, like that git, nor do I skip over git ignore files. It's not this is both laziness and also I don't believe I would learn much more by going so deep. Okay. I guess we are done. I don't understand why ask doesn't work over there. Well, actually, it's correct that it doesn't work because I can't go in normal mode in any other way. Yeah, well, so we can G get anything. Surprisingly, son. Yeah, take a look at how my format is out. Well, I guess it would be fine either way. Again, it's not like neither I will use it. Well, sometimes I might. It's not going to be too terrible. Well, that's shit. Oh yes, I have a girlfriend. She's up. Be greeting her. There you go. So how to use it? Yeah, this was a pleasure. Which means we have 2 hours of I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yes, I would want to check some of the rusts. Okay, take a look if my chat is live. Well, looks good. There's no one here, so. The other thing that I could be doing is fixing my OBS because I was led to believe that there's a way to split my alert in different ways, which would be nice because afterwards I can have my alerts for the chat on me because the chat is not happening every day, so I don't need to keep watching and be scared of missing someone talking. Let's see how to different audio source for audio output for alerts. OBS. I remember I have found this some way. Like if I put an audio capture device, yeah, the default, see, it's going to be separated in this way. Fuck. Don't know what that is, but it gets a lot of shit out. Wait, how do you remove this? Nah, man. Just simply can't remove it. One other thing that I wish to check. It would be to... Dude, there's no way to remove this? Lock, hide. Is hide the same as remove? Hope so. Anyway, one other thing that I would wish. Let's check if my audio today is fixed because of yesterday. Let's check if my audio today is fixed because of yesterday. Let's check if my audio. Yeah, yesterday it was popping up. Today it isn't. Yeah, which is great, but popping up today it isn't. Yeah, which is great, but here the reverb. Shut the fuck up. There you go. But yeah, the audio. Oh, that's how you remove it, of course. Yep. Okay. So I have the rate, the alerts, and the chat. The audio captures, it's fine. My video and my audio. Let's see if there's any way to me to separate. Separate each alert its own audio. See if the dude has something for me.
Of your audio inside of OBS. We're talking separate game audio, separate Discord, music, and actually a pretty awesome plugin. And like I said, if you haven't used it before, to kind of get an understanding for what is going on, because this is actually a pretty awesome plugin. And like I said, if you haven't used it before, I think you're going to like it a lot. You're playing in the background.
There's a win capture audio. This begins to OBS win capture that allows you for audio capture from a specific application rather than a system. And the need for third-party software, hardware, audio mixing tools. Yeah. This plugin is in beta. It's for Windows. So this does not use myself. Yeah, but you use voice meter to separate music from pretzel rock, which I don't have enough. So I guess my audio right now passes up. Of course, I can't change all of this necessarily now. Yeah, because this is audio output capture everything. I want to capture only one specific browser stuff. So I guess I have to have for any audio. This guy uses voice meter. Alternative for Linux. It's a Python project. Yeah, well, I should check this out somehow. Because as of now, I can only add any audio input capture pulse audio. Build audio USB live analog. Because that's the input. And I'm gonna blast you with double voices. But audio output capture. Again, it's only going to be one. And it's basically my desktop. But I want something different. And yeah, Dodge, today it's not a great day for programming because I don't feel like adding more stuff to the fire. I don't want to get into some Golang because tomorrow I'm not streaming. And I'm definitely not gaming at the moment. I could be reading a little bit about Rust. Or I could be taking a look at some projects that use Rust extensively. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around a little bit more here. And then afterwards, maybe I'm gonna take a look at Leptos. Unfortunately, it felt like stuff blasted by. Another small project that could be done quite fast. I never implemented the game of life. I have an hour and a half. I don't know if I can do it in Rust so fast. Also because this sounds like a hassle to set up. It's still in beta. Does someone use Pulse? Let's say that you did what I expect him to do.
Audio can be very difficult to manage, and hopefully they'll forgive any mistakes. You could do that, or if you wanted to have a more of a delay, whatever you wanted to have, you could monitor audio output B1 as the source, and that allowed me to have some of that noise reduction come through. Now, you won't actually hear any of that because I'm recording in Audacity and I'll do all my editing there, but I could see how this would be very useful for us through both of those things, or whatever inputs you're wanting to do. You could have your input.
Yeah, he could try to fix this shit. I mean, it's still some installation, so pip install pulse meter. Time. Don't they have Python? Yeah. Ugh. I'm running out of disk very fast. Okay. Beep. As a single user, you need to add localhost into your parties. I hate Python. Absolutely hate Python. Hope it doesn't install it here. That would be awkward. Experience on Windows, as weird as it is, it's better with Python there. Dude. Oh my god. Pipe wire. Yeah, I remember about pipe wire. By the way, sudo apt forge. Python can stay. Sudo apt forge peep and peepx. What was it? Sudo apt auto remove. Yeah. There you go. That project honestly should be been written in Go or Rust. I think that C is a bit much. Meson not found. Oh, that sounds fair enough. I wouldn't want also to get some bullshit web stuff, which mess. Great. But I wanted to run this thing. To my audience. Yep. Will we fall down suddenly into a +1 not found? Fuck it. Get him some C goodies. Isn't there some dependencies? Nope. That's both. Building stuff in building stuff is C is bolts. Pipe wire GitHub. So can I put a little bit of okay. Step 1. Then would be make and make install. So make. It's gonna take some time. Also, let's check how many people are because I wish to. I really like raiding, and yeah, for today, the project is basically done. Again, I don't like the only thing that I wish to check again is leptos because I like the idea of you having everything. Is this fine? Wait. I like the idea of having everything as Rust everywhere. And I wanted to check up on Jesus Christ. I wanted to check up on what would you call it, on WebAssembly sometime in the future. Also the game of life, but again, I don't think I have enough time, and I usually don't get so pumped up not knowing where to go. Oh, so there's a book over here too. That's great. It's the same, has the same feel of the. It's exactly the same template, which is amazing. Basic components, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is done, make install. See, I want some. Oh, that was fast. Okay. So, fuck Mason, fuck the build. You can test by yourself, make it a source, make run. Yep. This is where my adventure ends. Yeah, I have an hour which I could be dedicating to this. But I think gonna take a look like later on my Git. I have the text editor, which is another project that I lost interest into kind of fast, dude. Kind of fast because I got most of what I was looking for. I thought that text editors was going to be hard, but the hardest part is dealing with XCB. And it makes me not want to touch programming again because this interface is balls, like literally bad. So let's take a look at the awkwardness of my Trello. Because I know the text editor from scratch is done. No, it actually wasn't it. It was the, yeah, I did not sign out on that project. So what I want to do is get this done next month. Then we can work with, then we can get back from, take care of the Google app. And I guess I'm gonna work out the game in Java. The problem I have the game in Java that then I can't upload it on a website. Because I'm trying to get every single project to be a website in its own. This is the cooker project. The one with the random recipes, which should be updated. And this is the, what would it be called? It was monkey. Nope. Monkey. There it is. And this is the compiler. Which, by the way, is faster than I expected it to be. Yeah, so that's the stuff that I'm happy about as of now. What I would want, well, this should be fixed because this is both. But what I want is something to be possible to publish it online, which got me to the idea of having the Java's backend, but that's way too heavy. And I could rewrite this either in Rust or in Go. Guessing this project should become help my friend out and then make it in Go. I don't know how to feel about this project because it isn't something. Guess it will still be here for the eternity until my guy gets shit done. Well, I'm gonna get a push request because we had something done together. The text editor is so close to be aborted, and Coco is in pause. Added code has to be dealt with today. And yeah, I don't wish to get plagued with anything else, so I would like to see if any of my smaller friends is online to raid them out. Yeah, like the beta.game guy is cool. This was the let's play games. Get the fuck out. So the game guy, which is very cool guy. And the imaginary villain, I remember the Russian guy.
I'm actually pretty happy with this remote.
Oh no, it's him. Let's raid him. If there's someone here. There's a lot of people. Let's raid him up. He's actually very cool. I really liked him. Check his imaginary villain. There you go. And again, the Advent. There are 3 people, right? Well, I hope I don't raid with start raid. Oh, that's when it shows you up. 3 viewers, there you go. So let's go and hang up with him. So today it went that way, so that should do it. Bye to everyone.